take your practice to the next level with our Boho Beautiful official app, your #1 stop for an entire exclusive library of yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and so much more. Download it today in the App Store. Welcome to beautiful Barbados. We are here today at the Bottom Bay Beach with a full-body Vinyasa yoga feel-good flow. This Vinyasa practice is a dynamic and flowing class that connects breath with movement, creating a harmonious blend of strength, flexibility, and mind-body connection. Today's practice will challenge you while at the same time leave you feeling reconnected with your inner self. This practice is all about invigorating your body, calming your mind, and deepening your connection with yourself. So if you're ready to get started, grab your mat and let's begin. There's a crisis going on in Ukraine right now, and it's not what you're expecting. Every month, hundreds of volunteers risk their lives by going into war zones and decimated communities to be the only aid for the hundreds of thousands of dogs and animals that have been abandoned, left injured, and starving to fend for themselves.
Save the Dogs team on the edge of Kherson, where the devastating flood last month left so many people homeless and people dead. Dogs and cats were killed. It's absolutely a nightmare, all caused by the war.
Save the Dogs is on the front lines. They send the volunteers, and they're on the ground month over month in this nonsensical, seemingly endless war.
Right now, we're asking you to open your heart, because they simply cannot continue without the support of people like you and me.
Go to www.karmaproject.life and see how your simple donation will bind together with all the others to make a collective, significant, real difference.
Let me ask you this. If you saw an animal suffering on the street, would you stop and help? This is your chance to do exactly that. Thank you so much for joining me here today for this Vinyasa practice. Let us begin by just finding a comfortable seated position along the center of your mat, opening the palms of your hands away from you. With your eyes closed, now taking a deep breath as you reach both arms up to the sky. Then go ahead and release your left hand, drop your hips to the right, and begin to reach with that top arm towards the side of your mat. You can keep your eyes closed and just focus on bringing your awareness over to your side body, noticing where the tension lies here, and then welcoming more oxygen into those areas of stiffness and tension. Keep reaching with both of your hands away from your body, reaching to the other side of your mat. Awesome, and then come back to center and just simply switch to the other side. Sit on over to your left, right hand reaches away from your body, top arm reaches towards the side of your mat. Good, and just reach and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful, one more deep breath in. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, big reach with both arms up to the sky. And then at this time, making your way over into your child's pose, releasing your forehead all the way down to the mat. Arms reaching forward. And then on your next breath, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, rolling yourself over to all fours position. Inhaling, arching your back, look up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck that chin into the chest. So starting to welcome movement into the spinal cord, bringing more fluidity, blood flow into that area of your body. Good. Now on your next breath, go ahead and start to make circles with your upper body. So moving your elbows a little bit if you need to, but draw a big circle with your hips and with your back. You can make this as big or small as you like. It's really up to you. But what I want you to focus on is to really just start to feel your body. Get into the body. Pay attention to how it wants to move. And then slowly sit back into child's pose. And then from here, we're slowly going to transition into our puppy pose to open up through that upper back. Bring your fingertips to the front of your mat. Allow your hips to stay over top of your knees. And then allow your heart to come all the way down to the earth. To intensify this asana, you can look up and rest your chin on the floor. Or to make it a little bit easier, just keep your forehead down. Slowly transitioning now over to your elbows, coming into our Sphinx pose, or baby cobra. And then planting the palms of your hands, pushing into the hands, and then releasing the forehead down for 1. So push and just lift halfway. Exhale down for 2. Press into the mat, just lift up, and lower for 3. And now pressing into the palms, just hold a little bit higher. Hold and then push all of your weight into your hands. Lift your knees and thighs off the mat, come into upward facing dog. Deep breath in here, really open up through that heart center. Elongate the neck, drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then push into the hands, lift your hips, and release into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Go ahead and just take a deep breath here. Exhale out. And now from this downward dog, go ahead and just tap your knees to the mat and then push back downward dog. Come forward, tap the knees, push back downward dog. Tap the knees, downward dog. Tap the knees, downward dog. Beautiful. Slowly from here now, we're going to roll through the spine into plank and then make wave-like motion with your spine as you push back downward dog. Come through into plank, come back into downward dog. Round forward, hold your plank, push back downward dog. Round forward into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome. From here, this time, go ahead and reach your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Hold it here, bend your knee. And then come down onto your left elbow. Right hand stays on the floor. Let's begin to circle that right knee out and around. Making this circle as big as possible, so really getting into that hip joint. Finding your balance through the elbow and hand. And then back to both hands, extend your right leg back up. And then pull knee to chest, hold that plank, step your right foot to the front of your mat. Center your body, dip your hips a little bit lower, and then exhale, extend the front knee, flex your front foot. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, push back, flex the front foot. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, push back. Beautiful. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, drop your left knee and push back into your half split asana, also known as Ardha Hanumanasana. Making a tent with your fingertips. Pull that right hip back slightly, push the left hip forward so you're squaring the hips and simply allowing your forehead to come down over to your knee. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. This time heel toe your right foot to the edge of your mat and allow your right knee to fall away from you. You can either keep the back knee on the ground or lift it off the mat and then begin to drop your forehead down and lift it up for 1. So once again, adding some fluid movements into this posture, focusing on opening the hip while at the same time connecting movement to your breath. Deepening that connection between your mind and your body. Drop your back knee and then reach your back arm to the back of your mat and then to the front for 1. So elbow bends as you look back, look forward, bring that elbow into your chest. Bring it back and bring it forward. Very nice. Reach and look over and in. And once again, look over. This time, extend your elbow. See if you can reach for that ankle or the toes, and then begin to pull that back heel towards your glute. Going deeper into the quadricep. Remembering to breathe, my friends. Always breathing deeply. Exhaling out and allowing yourself to go a little bit deeper into this posture. Allowing the breath to be your guide on how far you wish to push it. Come on back with both hands, lift the back knee, holding this lizard for just a couple more breaths. Really getting into those hips. Inhale. And then exhale, step all the way back into downward facing dog. Awesome, guys. Let's float out here. Come through into plank and then roll back into downward dog. Round through into plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great. Now let's take it to the other side. Left leg reaches up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee. Go ahead and open up the hips, so stacking one hip over the other. Right elbow comes down. Let's move that left knee in a circular motion and around. And around. And around. Beautiful. And then coming back over to both hands, and then that knee comes into the chest in plank. And then extend all the way back into three-legged dog. Inhale, knee back into chest. Step forward to the front of your mat. Finding that lunge position, inhale. Exhale, extend and flex that front foot into pyramid. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, extend for 2. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, 3. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, 4. Let's hold it here. And then drop that right knee all the way down. Holding that Ardha Hanumanasana half split. And really focusing once again on the breath. So with each exhalation, allow your body to come a little bit closer to the leg. Forehead down towards your knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, come forward. Heel toe your left foot all the way to the left edge of your mat. And then push that left knee away from you. Hold it here. And if you'd like to go deeper, lift that back knee off the mat. And then let's just dive down with the forehead to the mat and up for 1. Bring the head down and extend your elbows for 2. So adding movement in the upper body as we find stillness and stability in the lower body. Good. Open up. Inhale. And then as you exhale, go ahead and drop your right knee down to the floor. Reach your left arm all the way back. And then come all the way forward, bending your elbow, bring it to chest. Reach it all the way back and forward for 2. So nice gentle rotation of the upper body as you bring it in for 3. Reach to the back of your mat. Bring it in. Reach for the back of your mat. Now bend your back knee, grab your toes, and begin to pull the heel towards your glute. Really feeling that stretch through the quadricep. Great. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale again. Exhale, let go. Hand down, lift the back knee. Beautiful. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to step all the way back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, round forward into plank. Exhale, come back, downward dog. Inhale, come forward. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome. Take another deep breath in here with me. And then as you exhale, lift the heels and just begin to walk forward to the front of your mat. Coming into your standing forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Each exhale, try to get that forehead a little closer to your shins. Now bend both knees and begin to roll up to standing. Big reach with both arms. Inhale up to the sky. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, dive forward towards the earth, forward fold. Halfway lift up. Exhale, bend both knees. And then extending your left leg all the way back. Flex your foot and then step to about the middle of your mat, or maybe about 3/4 of the mat. Left hand comes across to the pinky side of your right foot, and right hand comes to your hip or reaches up to the sky into your reverse triangle. Good. Now really just think about breathing deeply into your body. This is a wonderful opportunity to close your eyes and just go inward for a moment as you enjoy all of the different sensations that are working through your body right now. Now release the twist, come back to center in just a regular pyramid. Holding for another breath, and then just pumping the back heel, meaning you're going to lift the heel and then drop it down. Lift and drop, getting a little deeper into the calf muscle. Good, and now from here, returning back to that right front foot, lift your left leg, slight bend in the knee, and then see if you can lift yourself up into Warrior 3. Your bottom knee can slightly be bent, or you can extend it all the way. Holding that Warrior 3 for another breath, and then lifting your body and bringing that left knee all the way through and over to your belly button. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab that ankle of your left foot and place the heel all the way up towards your right hip. So we're transitioning into our single standing lotus pose, taking a bind by bringing your left arm behind your back, grabbing your toes, hand at your heart or in Jnana Mudra, index and thumb together. And then see if you can begin to release your body all the way into that forward fold. Your right hand can release all the way to the mat and hold here. Now, if this is a little bit too much, you can always release that bind and just keep both of your hands on the mat. But do your best to try and keep that lotus position. Breathing in with each exhale, just going a little bit deeper into this forward fold. And then both hands can come onto the mat once you're ready. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward halfway. Exhale, now bend that bottom knee, make your way all the way to seated position. Staying in that single lotus, now see if you can take another bind, reach your right arm forward, and then bring it all the way around that front knee. Left arm comes behind your back and you join both hands together as you bow your forehead to the floor. Now do your best here. If this is a little too much for you, you can work it in different steps. If you don't want to bind, you can just simply make your way down to the floor and try to stay seated in a straight up position. Wonderful. Now let's release the bind, slowly come back up. Use your hands, push your weight onto that right foot, extend the right knee back into that forward fold of a single lotus, and then release your foot and come over to regular standing forward fold. Roll up to standing, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step back into high plank. And then from here, go ahead, take your chaturanga, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, awesome. Let's go ahead, take another breath. Lift the heels, bend your knees, hop to the front. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Halfway again. And fold, bend your knees, roll up to standing. Arms reach up on your next breath in. Exhale, dive over towards the front of your mat. Inhale halfway. At this time, exhale, right leg extends back. Step it to about midway of your mat, maybe a little bit further back. Right hand comes across to the left side of your left foot. Left arm reaches up into your revolved triangle. Breathing here. Once again, I remind you, you can close your eyes in this stillness. Inhale. And exhale. Great. Release. Untwist. Come over into pyramid. And then lift the back heel and drop it down. Lift and down for 2. Lift and 3. Lift and 4. Great. Inhale again. Exhale. Lift your right leg back up. Lift your hands over to your heart center and then see if you can just find that balance in your warrior 3. Awesome. Slowly lift your body. Right knee comes up to belly button. And then we're going to take our standing single lotus on the other side. So grab that right ankle. Place it over towards the top part of your left hip. Right hand comes behind your back and reaches over to those right toes. Left hand in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down into your forward fold. Good, and just release here. Hold, find your center, your balance, your breath. If you need to release both hands onto the mat, that's great. And then slowly from here, we're going to now begin to transition to our seated position on the mat. So stay exactly where you are with your lower body. Just simply begin to bend that bottom knee until you can land in your seated position on your mat. And then from here, reach your left arm forward, and then if you combined, bring it all the way around your left leg. Connect with your back hand and release down. And once again, I remind you, this is a little bit too much for you today. That's no problem at all. Just sit up straight and work on this form in your lower body, in this beautiful bind of your lower body. Inhale. Exhale out. Let's slowly come out. Reach your arm up. Good. Lift your hips back up. And then slowly from here, release that foot. Come into your standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back into high plank position. Pull navel to spine as you release into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, lift the heels, bend your knees, and then land in a seated position on your mat once again. Pushing back, extending your knees, reaching both arms up to the sky. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, elongate, reach both arms up. And then release all the way down into your seated forward fold. Try your best to keep your both feet flexed, so that goes deeper into the calf muscles. And then notice how far you can go today, and that's where I want you to take it. So maybe you can reach all the way over to your toes. Maybe you can even wrap your hands over your feet, or perhaps just hands underneath your knees at this time and a slight bend in the knees. Really focusing to not sacrifice our back here. So making sure anytime you're folding forward, you are folding from your hips, not your lower back. And so if you do start to feel this in the lower back, bend your knees a little bit more. And then try to keep that spine straight and breathe. With each exhalation, allow yourself to just get a little deeper. Doesn't have to be far, but a little more each day is all that counts. Inhale. Exhale, let's slowly come out now. Reach both arms up. Place them behind you, scoot forward, and then slowly make your way all the way down to your back, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. Rest your head. Place left hand on your belly, right hand on your heart. And let's conclude this practice today with just a gentle, quick pranayama exercise in this position, your 3-part breath. So what I'd like you to do is welcome a big inhalation over into your belly. Feel that pressure in your left hand. And then begin to move that breath upward through the chest into the heart, through the rib cage. And then when you're ready to exhale, you move it downward, out of the chest, out of the ribs, and then out of the belly. Once again, we breathe in, we go into belly, ribs into your chest and heart. Exhale out of the chest, out of the ribs, and then out of the belly. If you wish to pause this video at this time and continue with this breathing exercise for a little bit longer, please go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, if you're ready to finish, go ahead and bring your knees together. Roll over to a seated position along the center of your mat. Feet crossed in front of you, rest your hands on the knees. Close your eyes. Let's take a deep breath together. Reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring that energy and breath down to the heart. And take this opportunity to bow down to your own heart in gratitude for a beautiful practice today and for finding time in your day to dedicate it to yourself, your health, and your well-being. Thank you. Namaste.